Hello and welcome to a final boss fight showdown.
Hey!
I'm here and Dan's here too.
Hi, he's John.
I'm John. And we played Need for Speed Hot Pursuit.
Yep.
You're really helping out here, Dan.
I am.
So here's the actual gameplay.
There were 4 of us. It was...
So this is my run. I went first, and then there was Zoe,
then Sean, then myself.
We haven't brought Zoe and Sean along because
We didn't want to.
we didn't feel like it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
basically, in this event, you have to chase down a
Rock.
a racer.
Oh, okay.
I know it begins with an R, so it's slightly
Well,
similar.
it was just because you drove into a rock. I didn't know if you were taking it out. Awkward.
And the idea is, obviously, the person who takes out the racer the quickest by causing them to be unable to drive any longer
Smashing into him.
wins the event.
You can... This one was developed by Criterion, wasn't it?
It was a Criterion game.
Which you can tell because it's got boost and smashing into things in it.
It's very Burnout
Which are very...
styled.
Which are 2 of my favourite things in racing games. As a matter of fact, I don't really play racing games that don't involve you being rewarded for crashing into things. I'm
Similarly, I'm rather bad at racing games, as is possibly evidenced by this game thus far.
At least that wasn't your car.
This is true. I didn't destroy the police car.
Can you actually wipe out the police car in this? Has it got a health?
I think in certain events you can.
Ah.
I'm not sure if this is one of them.
And there you are.
Did I even earn a new car on our first run?
I don't think you
I did, yes.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Just.
I think
Because
that
I got
was
the
first
personal
completion.
best. which I suppose possibly is a good way to get lots of points if you do a really bad run the first time.
And then just continue to beat your own
And
score.
then you can continue to beat it ever so slightly as you get better.
I like that it gives you the points for the top speed, which you're inevitably going to, reach because it's a racing game. And if you don't reach the top speed, you're probably going to
You're doing it wrong,
abort the
basically.
game. Yeah, you're doing it wrong. What did that signpost do to you?
I just don't like signposts telling me what to do.
They're an implement. They're a tool of the man. That's what they are.
See, I'm wondering how much of this race I spent
Ahead of the other car.
well, one being ahead of the other car, and how much of it doesn't actually count that
The
if
shunts.
if you sort of slow down to hit the other car.
Nothing quite like hitting the brakes when there's a car behind you.
Yeah.
Nothing quite like that. That should score, John. I sympathise with you for that because I use that in other racing games. If someone's tailing
I
me.
think it should be counted here, but
Well, if you had spike strips,
I would have been able. I would
you'd
have
have been
quite,
done by now. Yep. Job done.
I mean, I think possibly there is an element of I did get far enough into the game to get the spike strips.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how much it is. I think it's just that I've not played the game for a long time. And I'm not very good at driving games, so I make my excuses, and
No, I'm not very good at driving games.
Those are
I'm good
they.
at crashing games. Not as in breaking them. Well,
Are you
I might
sure?
be. Yeah. I have blue screened several indie game. Autolog recommendation. Autolog was a really interesting thing.
so this is Zoe's run.
Zoe's run! Hello,
Yeah.
I'm Zoe.
Autolog, I really like the Autolog. It works.
It was an interesting
It
concept.
fits really well with this style of game. This is a very arcade game.
The game is split up into separate races, so it's easy to give a score on each
Yeah.
segment of the game. It wouldn't work. It probably wouldn't work with things like The Run, which is coming out later on.
No, I don't.
2011.
No, I don't
'Cause
think it
that's-
would work. No. Yeah.
That's one big race, but episodic. Whereas this is lots of different. You pick a location. This
You
is
pick a
what you're
race
doing.
type.
Yeah.
Which I think works quite well for this.
Go Zoe.
I think the other big thing is that this works quite well for it because there are set courses.
Yeah.
And then you've got 5 events in each.
Yes, like the old, like like Burnout.
course.
Revenge used to have, actually.
Yeah.
All in all, this is very, very Burnout reminiscent, which I think is why I enjoyed it.
I think that is why I enjoyed it as well.
This is a game I really waited to buy this game. I should have got it on launch. Everyone was talking about it and wouldn't shut up about it. And I just waited, because Need for Speed's been a bit of a mixed bag for me in the past.
Yeah. No, I've not owned a Need for Speed game before. I rented this one and thoroughly enjoyed it. And if I was going to own a Need for Speed game, I would go out and buy this or the next game that comes out in a very similar style.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
I'm not sure if the run is going to be a game that I will enjoy as much.
The run they haven't shown too much on, basically. But it's got to me where I see the word Need for Speed and that just says driving.
Yeah.
It's like EA have turned around and just said, driving game, Hot Pursuit, driving game, Underground, driving game, Shift, driving... And they may as well just, you know...
I mean, that's pretty much what you've got, is...
Yeah. It's just pretty...
It is the driving game and here is your tagline.
Yeah. Because obviously Criterion they're not EA owned?
I'm not sure on that.
I mean, I know that they've published with them a lot. And they're based in Guildford, aren't they, Criterion?
I believe they are, yes.
I don't think they're EA owned. I think they're just published by them a lot. Them. Yeah. And obviously they've worked on the Burnout series, but did they just turn around and get handed a big briefcase that said Need for Speed on it one day and they said...
I think possibly they are one of two publishers, or two developers, that are working the Need for Speed games, so that you get one Criterion, one somebody else.
Yeah.
One Criterion, one somebody else.
Other guys whose names we're not sure of. This is Zoe's second one, isn't it?
This is Zoe's no, this is
this
Sean's.
is Sean.
I didn't even notice it swapping over to Sean. I believe it is.
I didn't read the writing down
there is a Criterion, and then there is a
Boom.
X other developer that they go to.
Yeah.
And then they go back to a Criterion, and then maybe
like
they go to the...
Activision do with their Call of Duty series.
In a similar vein. So,
2-0 anonymous, unbeaten. Wonder who that guy is.
I hear he's not very good at games.
Yeah, right.
Maybe not racing games.
No,
anyway.
no.
So this is Sean's second run. I think we should announce it because we didn't announce the first one.
You just talked through the last ones. Thanks, guys.
You know, I was reading the other day, this was quite interesting and very pertinent to this game. Did you know the original developers for Grand Theft Auto, before they made Grand Theft Auto, were making a completely different top-down driving game? And
I didn't.
It was very similar to Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Except it was a racing style game. But you were being chased by the police.
Almost like a Micro Machines game.
But they basically had a bug in the coding.
Yeah.
Where the police cars that were chasing you would try to chase through you.
Oh, okay.
And so that developed a whole crashing element of the gameplay. And their playtesters, this is your run through now, starting by the way.
Go Dann! Come on, faster, faster, faster.
So their playtest...
Faster, faster,
Stop.
faster.
You're at top speed. Can't go faster.
I can keep just mashing the boost button, hoping that it works.
The game testers that were playing through the... I can't remember the name of the game, but it never actually saw the light of day.
Light of day.
Basically, instead of doing the races, just started messing around and seeing how long they could evade the police and cause massive amounts of damage. And everybody went, oh, I like this gameplay style. And then they went on to make Grand Theft Auto.
This is an absolutely terrible playthrough of mine, actually, and I think this is probably going to net in at worst. Yeah.
Well, here we have the moment where you pause the game because the capture card appeared to crash. That's what I blamed it on. Yeah. Thankfully,
probably
so
something
we continued.
To do with Velociraptors.
Yeah.
It was actually down to. I also had no idea where the car was that I was chasing. There it is.
It's around here somewhere, I'm sure.
Because I was actually well ahead of it for some point because it took a shortcut, which I then missed. Ah, poor Dan. Boom!
Did you still manage to go faster than me though?
I'm not sure. You can put that up down the bottom in the block.
No, that was slower than my time.
Worst time ever.
Oh,
there is no way to redeem my performance now.
I think there is one way to redeem your performance, which would be with this second playthrough. You might do better. So yeah, that created the whole Grand Theft Auto let's do random violence and crashing mechanic, and I wonder how much this game is influenced by the let's do random driving.
This is true. This is very
crashing.
true.
Obviously, crashing is a major element of Burnout and this game.
Well, yeah, I mean, and Burnout didn't have road rages in its first one. It was just something that came in because they had damage in the game. They started focusing on...
And there we go.
World of Warcraft. Now that was a takedown.
That is how you play this game. And as we can see, there is a new personal best, which means Dan wins this time.
However, I didn't beat that sneaky dog 2-0 anonymous.
You did not beat that guy.
No.
What a dick.
Indeed. I'm glad I don't know him.
Oh, well, clearly you do. He's on your friends list. Oh, he's on Boo Boo 6's
That's the final boss fight friends list.
Okay, check back for more videos at www.finalbossfight.co.uk. See you guys.
Adios. Bye.